Let's play Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines, Malkavian Edition, brought to you on behalf of GameAnyone.com by Frozen Foxy. Wednesday the 26th, strange noises, undoubtedly some sort of animal heard again in Quadrant 16. I saw what may have been the animal at the intersection of corridors 63A and 64B, but could find nothing upon further investigation. There were strange prints in the mud on the edge of the corridor, almost hand-like, although it was difficult to make out in the darkness. Thursday, the 27th, more prints found in corridor 73D. They disappeared into what looked like an entrance into an older part of the sewers. Called dispatch to see if they had any blueprints of the older sewer section, but they didn't. Requested advice on how to proceed, and dispatch told me to continue with caution tomorrow. Friday, the 28th at 8 a.m. began investigation of the older part of the sewer this morning. Saw again what I believe to be an animal, although I don't know exactly how to classify it. It seems the skin is bare, almost reptilian. I can hear it constantly, almost as if it's following me, although the echoes down here make it impossible to gauge the distance. Friday, 28th, 9:15 a.m. Can't seem to raise dispatch on the radio, so unable to check in. There's a smell that has become more and more pronounced as I travel further into the old sewers, undoubtedly the carcass of an animal washed down here in the last big rain. Investigations continue. Friday, 28th, 11:31 a.m. Found the source of the smell, and it looks to be human remains. Immediately called dispatch, but was unable to reach them. The body seems to be that of a transient, but there are tears, massive tears in the flesh that indicate an animal may have recently fed upon the corpse. I have noted the coordinates of the body and am returning immediately to report my findings. Friday, 28th, 1:22 p.m. I have become temporarily lost in the tunnels, and repeated attempts to reach dispatch have ended in failure. The animal sounds I heard before have begun to approach again, and I fear that I may be being hunted. As a precaution, I have unholstered my weapon. Friday, 28th, 5:30 p.m. Undoubtedly lost. I may have traveled deeper into the old sewers. Something is following me. I know it. I can't reach dispatch. The batteries are running out on my flashlight. God help me! I saw a creature! Some sort of monstrosity! Teeth and blood! Can't get out! No more light! Can't reach anyone! Please! Oh God, what is... The writing trails off, spattered with what looks like blood. You. Well, this must be the guy. Poor guy didn't make it out of here. I think it's time to go deeper into this sewage. I see what looks like rats. Hello. Come here, you. I could use some health back. That'll work. I'll let the rest of you go free. It's not important. Perhaps I'll go through there if I can't find another way. Well, there is this, but, I don't know. Well, we'll go through here and see what we can do. A ladder of some sort. Seems to go back this way. This doesn't look like it's quite the way I want to go, but, we'll check it out nonetheless. And darkness. This looks like where I started. How wonderful. Alright then, that was not the right way. Let's try this one. Can't quite tell what's here. It's so dark. I think that's all that's here. Just a bit of darkness. Oh well. We'll try here. This looks easier to see through. Also sounds like there might be something back here. I see you. Bad thing. No. No. Alright. Works for me. What do we have going on down this way? More rats. Possibly an office. Oh, what do we have here? LA Sun, City Hall cover-up. Haunted sewers bricked over. Bodies never found. Oh, what do we have here? A ledger. So this is the sewer map. Wish it gave me a "you are here" kind of thing. But I think I might have gone through here. And I'm here, so I probably need to go over this way. Wonder if I can go up here. Oh, it's a way out. Well, interesting. So, if I didn't want to complete the place, I could go out. Anyhow, let's go ahead and check that ledger we just found. I'll drop this because I don't need that anymore. Ledger. This looks like the weekly log for the Los Angeles Department of Water and Power, 1972. 3372. Reports concerning the recent hauntings in the sewer system have prompted the mayor to request a weekly log of all operations in the lower sewer sections, 453 to 500. Log begins today. Nothing to note, although I will say that I find stories to be unsubstantiated and ridiculous. 31072. Both investigative teams this week reported nothing of note, although one individual who may be apt to nip at the flask more often than not noted that he heard what could only be described as whispers in one of his sweeps along section 476. Undoubtedly, these were the product of an overreactive and thoroughly soused imagination. Soused, sauced, whichever one. Whatever. Anyways, 31772. Nothing to report. Operations normal. 32472. Things have been hectic with the recent rash of sightings in sections 498 and 499. Although mostly described as shadowy figures, the reports come from men whose word I trust, discounting the usual stories about the underground societies of displaced vagrants and rabid blind pets. I am at a loss to explain these observations. I will join the teams tomorrow to see for myself what is going on down there. 4172. I have traveled with a team down into the sections in question, and I must admit that I saw and heard things that I could not explain. More than once I heard the same whispers as described before, and I chased what I thought was a figure down a corridor, only to turn the corner and find myself facing a brick wall. What looked to be an older section of the sewers that had been sealed up. There was no one in sight, although I could have sworn I heard laughter echoing in the darkness around me. I will be forced to report my findings to the mayor himself on Friday. 4872. The mayor has sworn us all to silence concerning these new sightings, but has promised us an answer concerning a course of action within the week. Inquiries about previous LADWP records and reports have met with strange resistance. It seems they have been sealed for official reasons. Something is amiss down here.